everybody. Today is Wednesday, so we are going to be playing some Black-White Eldrazi taxes as per usual. Make sure everything's good. Alright, everything seems fine. So, again, I think I'm just playing the same list that I was before. There was one thing that I mentioned in the Discord today that I wanted to make a slight change. I think I want to cut this third Shambling Vent for a third basic plains. It's a very minor alteration, but I definitely wouldn't mind having like one more basic land in case of Blood Moon or against Jeskai where they just like path you, snap path, Field of Ruin and stuff, and you suddenly run out of basics. And Shambling Vent's probably the I don't want to say worst land in the deck because it's sometimes relevant, but it's just like so mediocre. It's a 2/3, it dies to everything, dies to push, bolt, Field of Ruin, Ghost Quarter, Path, Helix, whatever. It's very rarely like the card that's like, oh, thank god I have this Shambling Vent, now I get to win the game. It's most like, oh, I guess I'll use this Shambling Vent, but I kind of wish it was like almost any other mainland. But them's the breaks. You gotta play the hand you're dealt. But anyway, the coming to play tapped aspect and stuff makes me kind of want the third plains. It cuts me down on a black source, but I'm not positive that that's super relevant. If the mana's not working out, it's not usually because, oh, I have like a basic plane instead of a Shambling Vent. It's usually like I have an Eldrazi Temple instead of like another colored land to cast a Tide Hollow Scholar or something. So it's a very minor alteration, but something that could be semi-relevant. Hello, cat. But I think I'm staying the course with most of this stuff. Kind of want to fit a third Stony in the sideboard. I'm just not sure where. Maybe a Damping Sphere, maybe like a Bitter Blossom Eternal Scourge, maybe like a Combo or something, but haven't had a lot of trouble against the artifact-based decks with this, be it Affinity or KCI, so... Affinity just gets hit by a lot of side hate in this sideboard, like Settle the Wreckage, Zealous Persecution, Fatal Push. Maybe I'm not respecting it enough. Like, everyone says they have a reasonable Affinity matchup post-board, and then you're like, okay, maybe I'll cut one Ancient Grudge, or one Stony Silence, or whatever, and then eventually you just start to get bodied by Affinity, but I'm not sure what I want to do about that. As for like the non-creature or the non-land portion of the deck, I really like this configuration. I like 23 lands and I like 2 Shalais as my flex slots. I'm happy where this deck is at the moment. So let's jam. Nope, not friendly. Competitive Modern Leagues. Oh, I should edit the deck list on Streamlabs. Make sure everything's up to date. Go down to 2 Shambling Vent and 3 plains. Update that. Good deck. I mean, good is relative, right? This deck is basically the opposite of the spectrum in terms of what we played yesterday. Yesterday's deck was just really, really good at grinding and kind of a dog in the combo matchups, and then this deck is the opposite. It's really good in the combo matchups and more of a dog in grinding. Both of these decks kind of suffer in a lot of the aggro matchups, but that's the nature of Death and Taxes in Modern. No, Stoneforge Mystic makes your aggro matchup a lot worse. So this is what I was talking about, like, the hands that have awkward mana issues aren't, oh, my plains doesn't tap for black mana. It's, oh, I have a Ghost Quarter and Eldrazi Temple and I'm trying to cast these Tide Hollow Scholars. I'm still going to keep this hand. Aether Vial makes it really, really good. Blackcleave Cliffs. So, Hollow one? Ooh, Jund. Taking my Vial is going to be kind of mean. But we have a lot of possible draws. They might want to just like take a creature. If they're Jund, they probably don't care about the Vial that much. Taking the Vial just to mana screw me seems a little bit ambitious. Of course, we draw the second Ghost Quarter. Faithless Looting. Oh, they could be Pyro. Yeah, I don't know why I went to Jund over Pyromancer. Pyromancer's like definitely the more played deck. And also, taking the Vial makes a lot of sense in Pyro if they're just playing on Blood Mooning me. Really want to hit any source of colored mana here. Activates these Tide Hollow Scholars. Would also accept drawing like a Leonin Arbiter. And turn on these Ghost Quarters. Discards Collective Brutality, Bedlam Reveler. And then plays another discard spell. I don't like fetching basic Swamp. I think I'm gonna get Blood Moon. At least we can find one basic by Ghost Quartering herself. Or we can draw... Yes! We can just draw a colored source and Tide Hollow my opponent. Get your Blood Moon out of here. Oh, well that's horrifying. We're gonna take the Brutality here. If I take the K command, then they get to just Brutality my Tide Hollow, and then they can save the K command for like a 2-for-1 later. Whereas if I... Actually, wait, no, that's not right. Because if I take the Brutality, then they just play land pass, and then if I play Flicker Wisp, they can shatter Tide Hollow, ping Flicker Wisp. So, since they'd already be Brutalitying my Tide Hollow, I'd rather take the K command, because it's harder for them to actually 2-for-1 me, other than, like, discarding land. We're just going to sandbag the second Ghost Quarter here. We will take that. It also looks like they were planning on buying back the Bedlam Reveler, probably. Because their hand is, like, pretty garbage. If we top deck another Tide Hollow, we're in business. Or, no, TKS is a little too slow. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. But now it'll take them, like, oh yeah, so we could draw we could draw Thought Knot now. Because it'll take them a while to get there on mana. We're just going to play Thalia. Hopefully prevent them from casting, like, Flashback Looting or cast the K command in their hand. Try to trip them up a little bit. I definitely should have left Ghost Quarter up in case of Blood Moon. Fatal Push, sure. Ooh. We could Tide Hollow away this K command again. Oh, never mind. We are going to take their Fatal Push for the same... They just drew, like, push into push. Wait, didn't they have, like... No. They spent their 2 mana Collective Brutality, so they couldn't kill the Thalia because it would cost 2 mana. This being the case, I'm not going to play the second Ghost Quarter here. Because I still want to just hold... No, they're 100% going to buy back Reveler and kill my guy, though. So I think we can just afford to play lands. If they, for some reason, don't buy back Reveler, we're in business. Also, they didn't push my Tide Hollow for some reason. I was supposed to... Alright, Thoughtseize, sure. So their hand is Fatal Push, nothing. So let's draw a Thought Knot Seer, and we are in business. Please. Easy game, easy life. Get him. And then my opponent will just draw Terminate, so it'll be fine. There's actually hope here, though. It's the briefest glimmer of hope. My opponent is tapped out now, so I can also Flicker Wisp this Thought Knot to try to take the card that they kept. They discarded a Pyro, so they'll likely have a good card in their hand. We're gonna hold the swamp in case of K command on my draw step. Well, that's kind of a bummer. I just have to take this K command, right? They get to Dreadbore my Thought Knot and draw another card. But if I take the Dreadbore, they can K command the Flicker Wisp, buy back the Bedlam Reveler, and then this Bedlam Reveler is just gonna, like, bury me. So I think I just have to take the K command. Ride this Flicker Wisp to victory. Again, Leonardo would be a good draw. Got double Ghost Quarter. Would be pretty nice. So I put in Dreadbores. Yep. Path is not very helpful. Path does answer like a young Pyro, though. This Souls? Yeah. 100% gonna Ghost Quarter this Plains here. This is a Blood Moon? Interesting. Now how do I use these Ghost Quarters? I'm gonna Ghost Quarter their Plains at least. I think this deck plays multiple swamps. Yeah. So then I'm gonna use this other Ghost Quarter on myself to get a Plains. Just gonna like Stoner in myself a ton here. Now we have Path up to get my the second Plains as well, if I need it, and I have the swamp in hand. This does turn off Thought Knot Seers. Land is good for me. Lightning Bolt is not good for me. Do I Path this? My opponent has no cards in hand, and I have 2 other Wisps I could draw, right? As double white spells in my deck. I don't think it's worth it. A young Pyro could probably pretty easily run away with this game. I'm gonna immediately draw a Wisp and get burned, but it's such a low chance of happening. Now we're top decking, which is probably not favorable for me. As soon as they draw, like, oh, yep, we drew the uncastable spell. My opponent drew a card and didn't play it. Could be a land to, like, try to pitch you a Faithless Looting, but I imagine they're just stockpiling a lot of removal here. We really want to draw Shalai more than anything. Second basic Plains. But my opponent not hitting land drops and not casting anything means that our creatures are not long for this world whenever we actually get to playing them. Not even gonna play this Caves and keep discard fodder for K commands now. My opponent's thinking. Ooh, we drew Shalai. That's a card we can do something with. So my opponent needs, like, Terminate or Double Bolt to kill it. My opponent does have 6 cards, so the likelihood of this living is pretty low, but Eh, one can hope. Oh no, am I trying to activate this ability? Worst case is like K command plus Bolt. Get back this Bedlam Reveler. At least the Bedlam Reveler at this point, they'd have to discard a bunch of cards. Ooh, second Shalai. And they haven't even killed the first one? Oh man. What is in their hand? Could be like a bunch of Lingering Souls. Looting, sure. Makes sense if they just like pitch 2 Lingering Souls here, flash them both back. Yep. We're not going to path any of these. If my opponent quadruple blocks, we're just going to path 1. Helps get like 3 extra spirits off the table. My opponent will probably just single block if they're smart. Yeah. If we draw a Flicker Wisp, we can actually play like stuff like Thought-Knot Seer, so... Flashback looting. Yep. Discards 2 lands. Young Pyro. I'm scared of activating a Fatal Push here. No, they would have Fatal Pushed when they blocked with a Spirit. Unless they just drew it, in which case we have to path this anyway. Opponent considering attacking with a Spirit? Yeah, attacking with any number of spirits seems pretty risky. We're gonna path that. Ooh. We are in business. Block with the Spirit, sure. Flicker Wisp, Blood Moon, play Thought-Knot to pass? This Ghost Quarter also turns online. I could like Ghost Quarter one of their swamps. Could also kill a Spirit, but I think I want to play this Thought-Knot Seer more than anything. Wow, opponent's hand actually just sucks. It is literally all lands. And a second Blood Moon. Holy crap. Guess we take this Inquisition in case they like kill Shalai plus try to Inquisition me for a path or something. Second Blood Moon is not going to matter. So I guess when they played the Pyro, they were considering casting Inquisition on themselves. Because they couldn't cast it on me. We have lethal with this path, even if they kill Shalai, though. They discard another Souls. Sure. They didn't discard the Blood Moon, though, so the Blood Moon's still in their hand. Should have actually kept track of what garbage my opponent had. I think it was this, and they discarded a Black Cleave Cliffs and a Lingering Souls. So their hand is like this plus one card. K command into Bolt. Oh, just K command into Bedlam. They could, like... Yeah, they can't even kill it. They're just dead, like this. We just Path the Spirit and attack for lethal. Whew. That was a game. We managed to... My opponent drew incredibly poorly, to be fair. I thought their hand would have something. Their hand was 5 land, or like 4 lands, Inquisition, Blood Moon, or something like that. Holy crap. Taking game 1 is such a weight off of my shoulders, though. So we brought in like a pile of stuff. And cut a lot of significantly worse stuff. I usually cut some number of like Flicker Wisp, Thought Knot, Displacer, and Tide Hollow Scholar in this matchup. Thought Knot is really awkward under... It's like really, really good if you can get it early, but it's so bad like post Blood Moon. Flicker Wisp is just really awful against Lingering Souls. Displacer is similarly bad against Blood Moon, and Scholar is just a liability against stuff like Kolaghan's Command. You don't want to give them the good 2-for-1 of just killing 2 of your guys. So anyway, I think on the draw, I'm more inclined to cut more Thought Knot Seers, because my opponents are likely to try to like turbo out Blood Moons in this matchup. On the play, I'll tend to board some back in, because sometimes you can get it down in turn 3, or like disrupt the Blood Moon with stuff like Scholar and Thalia in order to get it down faster. Usually cut like most, if not all, of my Wisps. Yeah, I think I like this. On the play, I think I'll board in more Thought Knots and maybe shave down on like Tide Hollows. Maybe Strangler. Strangler's like kind of bad, but it's important to have answers. Maybe I have too many answers to stuff like Young Pyromancer. Shave down on like Path. I think I'd rather have a Thought Knot than a Displacer. Yeah. Strangler is also a 3-2, which is relevant. It does attack, unlike Path to Exile and Fatal Push. Alright, this hand's fine. Again, this is like the awkward glutted with removal hands, but hopefully if my opponent has like early Pyro. They just like Thoughtsees me, this is a bummer. At least they can't take Thought Knot. They just take Thalia though, and just if they turn 3 Blood Moon me, we're just dead. Hopefully we draw Aether Vial or something. Bitter Blossom would be a nice draw. Eldrazi Temple I wouldn't mind. As long as my opponent doesn't like fetch basic Swamp. Oh no. They're 100% about to fetch basic Swamp. Oh, Thoughtseize, that's bad. Now they're just gonna strip me of all my threats, and I'm left with useless removal spells in the grindy matchup. We're gonna play Ghost Quarter here, in case of specifically Blood Moon. I can at least give myself a basic land. What is nothing? Alright, I'd be in this. You have a Shalai. Shalai is excellent in this matchup. It only dies to Revolted Fatal... I mean, it does do a lot. Revolted Fatal Push, Terminate, Dreadbore. I don't like... I guess my opponent didn't crack the fetch because they're trying to find more lands, not because they're, like, holding up Fatal Push activation. Opponent discards Engineered Explosives and Lingering Souls. It Thoughtseize me? Please Inquisition me. Yes! Can't take Shalai with an Inquisition, opponent. They can just kill Shalai with Lingering Souls plus Lightning Bolt. Or just jam the Blood Moon and kill the Shalai later. Which is kind of what I assumed was going to happen. No point in playing the land. My opponent has like K-Command Bolt on Shalai. Discard the useless land instead of discarding like a potentially relevant thing if I find a land. There's an argument for Ghost Courting myself the turn that I played Shalai. Ooh. Fatal Push online. Not the best basic to draw, but it's a basic that kills Young Pyromancer here. As long as my opponent never draws a Lightning Bolt, the Shalai is just gonna ride to victory. Is opponent thinking about like just bolting the Shalai for no reason? Oh, bolt, yeah, bolt whatever, just to make a one. That seems aggressive. I mean, they have to have another bolt in hand if that's their plan, because they could combine Lingering Souls with bolt to kill Shalai, and wasting a bolt like that seems very bad. If that's not their plan. So we can draw Wasteland Strangler so we can cast it. Obviously Basic Plains is amazing. Eternal Scourge is really good at this point. Bitter Blossom. We definitely have some play here. Not a lot, but some. My opponent does have a card in exile. Unfortunately, the card in exile is Lingering Souls. So I don't think I'm processing anything. The bolt really makes me feel like there's just another bolt in my future. So maybe I just don't attack with Shalai. Maybe I just use it as this big 3/4, make myself and all my stuff hexproof. I can play this Wasteland Strangler to start beating them down. Have to like double block it. I think I'm down for that plan of just not attacking with the Shalai into bolt mana. I'm not putting their Lingering Souls back. Killing one token, giving them 2 tokens seems like a losing battle. Looting. Another Souls is really bad. Now my Shalai can for sure not attack ever. We just need, like, White Source into the Zealous Persecution. Then we'll be fine. Get attack with Shalai this turn. Or attack with both. If they want to kill Wasteland Strangler, at least get a Spirit out of the way, which means they can't like quad block my Shalai in the future. Yeah. Again, aggressively chumping with that Spirit really makes me think that they definitely have a Bolt in their hand. Because they're just going to flashback. Oh, dang. Opponent's just going to, like, go nuts on elementals here. Basic Plains. Strangler. Again, I think I'm just playing a 3-2. I don't think killing their Pyro is worth giving them access to 4 Lingering Souls. Just gonna play 3-2s. Strangler trade, although now it just trades with Elemental, but it also prevents my opponent from attacking very well. They can just eat Elementals or trade with a young Pyro. So it's not the worst here. Oh, that's terrifying. Opponent had a Fatal Push. Oh, into Dreadbore? Wow, that is quite the bummer. So they didn't have the Bolt. That Lightning Bolt play seems so bad if they didn't have a Bolt. What were they doing? Now we're dead. Now we're very, very dead. We don't play Bolt in our deck, so we cannot put them from 6 to 0 very easily. Yep. We cannot draw White Source and Zealous Persecution in the same turn, so... Alright. Definitely goes back to if I should have Ghost Quartered myself the turn I slammed Shalai. And the answer is, like, probably... It's definitely not unreasonable. So we're going to bring back in more Thought Knots. My opponent very aggressively Blood Mooned me, though. Thought Knot's so good if you can get it early. Just going to go down on our Displacers. Maybe I just go back up Tide Hollows and just cut all my Displacers, all my Wisps. Try it. Oh, this is 61 cards. Yeah. Yeah, Tide Hollow is also, like, close to impossible to cast under a Blood Moon, to be fair, so... It's not as bad as Thought Knot, but you can also Violent a Thought Knot eventually. So you have, like, Aether Violent a Bitter Blossom. Rest in Peace. Multiple Rest in Pieces is okay. Sounds keepable. A little bit dangerous. Especially if we never hit another land drop. Luckily our hand is, like, pretty Inquisition-proof. We have 2 threats and 2 Rest in Pieces. Probably means I'm slamming this... No, because they can't take a Rest in Peace, because then I slam the other one. Unless they also have, like, a Wear Tear in hand. If they don't take a Rest in Peace, though, I'd just play the other 2-drop. I imagine Thalia is probably the take here. Tide Hollow. Interesting. we'll slam Thalia. So they kill Thalia, which means now we can rest in peace, leave up Ghost Quarter at least. But I feel like I'm just gonna get Blood Mooned. We can at least make white mana, and the white mana will allow us to have Path to get more mana in the future. Oh, just a Young Pyro, sure. Thoughtseize. So now we're going to Ghost Quarter myself, just so I can path this. I want the basic in play anyway, and I definitely don't want them Thoughtseizing my Path to Exile here. They get the other rip. We are basically Hellbent, which is not great. Luckily, Rest in Peace makes a lot of my opponent's cards weaker. TKS. Deal. I imagine this is not going to live. But we'll try. Oh man, it gets to live. Look at that. I'm torn between Looting and Cake Man. Cake Man combines with a Bolt to kill Thought-Knot, but Faithless Looting lets them just dig to find an answer to this Thought-Knot, and lets them, like, discard their bad cards. If I take the Cake Man, though, they have to, like, loot specifically for Dreadbore Terminate. I think I'm supposed to take the Looting, though. I can play around the K command. Maybe I am supposed to take the K command. It's like a less card advantage for them. They can, so they'll drop to 3 cards per turn. Draw to 5, have to discard 2 down to... No, go to 4, casting the Looting. Yeah, they have to discard down to 2. I think it's the... Could honestly see either way. I think we're going to take the Kolaghan's command. And before they end up, like, hard casting Bedlam Reveler, just 3 more lands. Yep, looting. Discarding. I imagine one of the cards is just going to end up being this Bedlam Reveler. I don't think they can afford to, like, try to hit 3 more land drops. Yeah, they discard a land plus Reveler there. A card I am definitely scared of is just Lightning Bolt plus Elemental Token. Am I supposed to just sit back, though? My opponent didn't cast anything. If they had Lingering Souls, they could have cast it. If they had, like, Young Pyro, they could have cast it. You just, like, animate Shambling Vent, get in with that. Doesn't let me develop this Aether Vial, but... Shut up, Windows. One's at 15, so I don't think this Thought-Knot's quite getting there. Alright, Shambling Vent, now's your time to shine. Because if they, like, burn bolts on this Shambling Vent, then we're really happy. Or if this Thought Knot eats like 2 bolts, then it's a lot more relevant than it eating an elemental token in a bolt. Well, that's not good. Let's draw a Wasteland Strangler, please. That's not a Wasteland Strangler. Things definitely don't look great. We really want to find Eternal Scourge here. That would be probably our best draw in the deck. Eternal Scourge plus Rest in Peace combo. It's on the slow burn. No attack with elementals makes me think no bolts, though. You can start attacking with this Thalia. This Thalia trades with a lot of stuff. Or, I mean, by a lot of stuff, I mean 2 things, but... Maybe not attacking with Thought Knot. It's like 2 passive here. Like, if they had the bolt, they would have attacked with at least 1 elemental, right? Leave back the other elemental to block in case I still don't call their bluff. But if they have the bolt and I block an elemental, then they just, like, bolt down the Thought Knot. Thought sees me, sure. They get an elemental, they also lose 2 life? It's not the worst. Chipping in for 2. A path. So now we can actually attack with this Thalia, right? Because if they block with 3 elementals, we just... Oh, wait, no, we want to path this Pyromancer. That seems a lot better. Path it in their upkeep, since we know they have more basics. Don't want to give them the mana, if we can afford not to. They're almost to Bedlam Reveler mana. What's this? Another Souls? EE on 1? Really? Oh no, he's EE on 2, because they know how to play through Thalia. Oh no, they don't. They paid 3 for it. Never mind. Not that it really matters. Thalia rip down. Let's draw, like... Tide Hollow Skull or something. I think I have more relevant 2s than 3s, honestly. We're gonna leave this vial on 2. Immediately draw Eternal Scourge. But Eternal Scourge is really good to draw, so I don't mind it. Although my Rip just died, so now my opponent can just like triple block with elementals. Maybe I attack now. This my game plan has shifted to Eternal Scourge time. So if they have the Bolt plus Elemental, at least they can't like block it with a bunch of Eternals with Elementals, but they can block it with Spirits. It's a poor time for my recipes to die, that's for sure. I think I'm gonna attack. This turns on the Eternal Scourge. And they don't have the Bolt. Alright, thank God. That's less good for me. They got rid of my Rest in Peace. Now they have, like, infinite spirits. Oh, never mind. They have infinite Blood Moon me. This is why I've been holding on to this Ghost Quarter. My opponent has enough. I kind of want to Ghost Quarter their planes, but I want to give myself black mana more than that. This is why I've been holding up the Ghost Quarter every turn, in case they did find a Blood Moon. I think I boarded out all the cards that are double white. Like, it's just Flicker Wisp, right? I'd rather have Swamp for the aforementioned Zealous Persecution. Now I think I'm going to take this to 3. I can't use my mana to, like, animate Event anymore. I want to get this near 4 in case I draw a Thought Knot. That's a card. It is certainly risky, but it's a card. These spirits are going to be very dangerous very quickly. Maybe I'm just attack. I think I'm okay with trading, like, killing 2 of their spirits here, at least. Soak up a bunch of damage. Yeah. This Bitter Blossom, I'm pretty all in on this Bitter Blossom at this point. Ooh, I get to kill 3 spirits. Deal. So my game plan is like, Bitter Blossom, save me, please. That's why I wanted to get rid of their spirits. More than keeping my Thought-Knot Seer alive. Because if I just like let them have 4 spirits, they could actually just race down this Bitter Blossom. They knew the last card in my hand is Eldrazi Temple, too. That block with the last spirit didn't make any sense. Young PC Flashback Souls. Alright, Eternal Scourge, you're on blocking duty. All my spells are castable except for specifically Thought-Knot Seer. I think I want to leave this on 3 though. Yeah, just in case we draw Strangler for some vile tech options. I might want to strangle a spirit more than I want to strangle Young Pyro. Definitely debatable. Maybe we'll switch like Strangle Young Pyro, Bash with Scourge. Fatal Push my Fairy Rogue. Yeah, see, this is because my opponent's trying to get aggressive now. Bedlam Reveler. That's definitely not great. Let's please draw Zealous Persecution. Very soon. Spirit. Give them back. Marsh Flats. Kill their 2 elementals. Now we're going to take this Valve to 4. Because none of my 3s matter. We're just going to cast these 3s. Opponent has 3 cards in hand, and I probably need to kill Young Pyro now. So I don't get overrun by guys on the ground, especially with this Bedlam Reveler. Maybe I should have attacked first. See if they block with Eternal Scourge. Or not Eternal Scourge. See if they block with Bedlam Reveler, and I could maybe kill that instead. What does the opponent have now? More removal, like a removal spell, Fairy Rogue. They might want to start stockpiling bolts for my face. Trip or that, sure. This double block is extremely risky with 2 cards in my opponent's hand. What else am I going to do? Like, just chump block it for 2 turns? I think we just got to get lucky, right? Don't have an instant, please. Please. Oh, they didn't have an instant. Alright, not dead. We might be dead to, like, lightning bolts. Play a land. If opponent has a removal spell for Fairy Rogue plus a bolt, yeah. If they have lightning bolt, we die. Man, what if I just had Shalai as my last card in hand? Oh. They're just gonna, like, load up into the bolts here. Discard Dreadbore and Snaring Bridge. They probably have found a bolt by now. Shalai is probably our best draw at this point, and it's still probably not good enough. Yeah, here's the bolt. Dang, that was a good match. I had 28 seconds left on the clock. Jeez, that's my next card. Yeah, it didn't matter. we were pretty dead. Interesting match. Where's Mardu Pyro on this list? Why is Mardu Pyro always so far down on this list? Somewhere. There we go. Yeah, I'm 1-3 in that matchup. Definitely my least favorite matchup of the decks I expect to see on average. And we had a lot of grinding power. Unfortunately, the what was it? Eternal Scourge tech kind of showed up too late. My opponent just had like a wall of tokens to block it off by then, and it showed up the turn after my opponent blew my Rest in Peace. which, rest in peace, plus Eternal Scourge means you have just, like, an unkillable 3/3, which would have been very helpful at that match. Sounds fine. We have Vile into Tide Hollow into Vile and Tide Hollow. Infect? I've seen a lot more Infect lately. Which is, like, fine. I enjoy the Infect matchup. I think it's pretty okay. You get blown up by like their super explosive hands, but other than that, you have a ton of removal and disruption. Tide Hollows, Thalias, Paths, Wasteland Stranglers. Displacers is pretty good against them as well. So there's the chance you just like die on turn 2 or 3 though. Opponent can just like, yeah, Might of Volcrosa, Mutagenic Growth kill me. Well, we're not dead at least. We are at 9 Infect, which is a whole heck of a lot. Hopefully take it like a distortion trick out of their hand here. Oh, they just have an Inkmoth Nexus. Well, can't win them all. We can draw Ghost Quarter or Path, or Flicker Wisp. Displacer, not gonna do it. We'd like Tide Hollow them for information here, at least. And see if they try to play around Path to Exile or something. I don't know how they could, but... Wow. I guess my opponent had another Inkmoth, so... Even if we had found Path or Wisp, it trades with Inkmoth, and they get the second one. Alright, animate the Summoning Sick one. Come on. Come on, opponent. Oh, dang. They saw the line. Yeah, like I talked about, I enjoy the matchup, but sometimes you can just, like, die to their super fast starts. But, like, the play versus the draw there are just phenomenally different. And plus, we do get, like, a bunch of cards to side in. Cutting. Shalai does not do a whole lot. Arbiter's not really great. You don't really want to be like choking their mana that way, I don't think. Ghost Quarters can just be weaponized offensively on Inkmoth Nexi anyway. Like Wisp blocks, Tide Hollow. The scariest card for this deck is probably the unblockable guy, Blighted Agent. You just need to have Path, Push, Strangler for those. I'm also going to go down to 20. No, I don't want to go down to 22 land. Need to hit Settles. But what else do I cut? All these cards are very, very good. Could just not play the Comballs. That's probably not the game plan. Technically does, like, drain them, but probably not worth it. I think the other cards in my deck are just better. I would like to play first. Yeesh. Man, is this gonna be like the last time I played against Infect? Where I got like crushed game 1 and I just like mauled to death game 2. We're gonna keep this hand. On a 6 with a Scry, we have a Fatal Push. It's obviously not good, but it's better than going to a 5. If we hit lands, we can like Tide Hollow into Strangler. Have a lot of action going on. Don't think I'm gonna Fatal Push Noble Hierarch right now. I have to save Fatal Push for Infectors. Ooh. At least we drew a land here. Or, not a land, but we We drew Aether Vial, which might keep us in the game if we can survive until then. Got me. This is not looking great. They animate. They can Pendlehaven it and attack. They only have me for 3, though. Because they're... Oh, they're just miting it? Oh, dear. Them not Pendlehaving before miting means that they, like, definitely have this protection spell in their hand. Can I even afford to push this on end step, though? If we draw exactly Eldrazi Temple... No, we can't even strangle it, because it turns back into a... Yeah, I think I'm supposed to push this. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm supposed to Scholar them and then... No, then I can't push it. Unless they have 1 hexproof thing. I don't think I'm supposed to push it, though. I could just Scholar them first and hope they only have 1 hexproof card. Nope, they have 2. Oh, they have 3? Alright, yeah, we're not gonna win this game. Yeah, we are incredibly dead. Yeah, these are the hands. Like, if we just, like, hit land drops as normal, I don't think my opponent can just beat some Flicker Wisps very well. Just, like, Tidehaul the Distortion Strike or something, just play Flicker Wisps to just continually block Inkmoth Nexus and stuff, but... Animate Nexus. Probably just start by Vinesing it, and then they could just have another Vines, and I only have 1 mana. Let's have like a gut shot, then I get them. Yeah, they kick a Vines. And then, if I Fatal Push, they just have another Vines here on their Hierarch. Then we gut shot him, get him! No, we don't have a gut shot. Bummer. Dang. Opponent had a lot more hexproof spells than we had answers for with our 1-land hand. That seems like I keep losing to an effect like that, and it's kind of frustrating, because that's definitely not a bad matchup for this deck. It's always like lose game 1, and then just like mull to a mediocre hand, and then die game 2. Last time I was like mull to 5, and we almost won. This hand's pretty good. I'm in for this hand. Hopefully we draw like Eldrazi Temple. Snow-covered island. Storm. Could just be like any deck with islands in it that just wants to play snow-covereds for fun. But the only deck that really plays snow-covered island for practical purposes is going to be Storm. Yep. This feels like we're getting stormed. Hopefully they don't play a dude here. Nope. Don't shock it in. Tapped. 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 Tap it. I don't want to have to path a brawl on your upkeep. I want to be able to, like, yes. Perfect. Now I can just play Tide Hollow, and the next turn I can have Arbiter plus path up, which is way better. Ooh, or even just Strangler if we don't land. Electromancer, Grape Shot, Past in Flames, Remand. Remand's not very good against Path Exile with 2 lands in play. Probably. What's up, Palladian? How's it going? Pretty good. So the issue is if I like take this Past in Flames, then I can't use it to strangle stuff later. Because then I just put the Fast in Flames in their yard. But I guess I'll have the creature that I path to strangle. So maybe I take Grape Shot so they can't Grape Shot my, like, just my cards in play. They can, like, Electromancer into Grape Shot this Tide Hollow or something. Nah, we have Shalai coming down. Going through pre-PPTQ anxiety. I mean, it's just a PPTQ, right? PPTQs are, like, basically F and M. Hopefully we just draw Eldrazi Temple. That'd be nice. I think my deck is too bad. Yeah, but I don't think I can build anything. What are you playing? What is my opponent leaving up here? What are you playing at the PPTQ? My opponent's just leaving up a Remand? Because the way they drew the Spiral for turn. So they're planning to just leave up a Remand? Doesn't seem like a very good plan against the guy with an Aether Vial in play. Scred. Are you playing the Scred Dragons? We're just gonna Tide Hollow them again. I don't know anything about Scred, I just knew that the Dragons deck did well recently. Ooh, they drew a Gifts Ungiven. Don't mind if I do. They can... They're still not, like, Electromancer Grape Shotting or something to get back their gifts? Played Shivan Reef. We're gonna take this file up. I'm gonna let them remand something. I'm just gonna cast this Leonin Arbiter. I wouldn't say it's that much. Yeah, I don't think it's that much better than normal Scred. I mean, I don't know a lot about it, but, like, having a Looter and some extra dragons in your deck, I don't think takes your deck anywhere up or down that much. Mostly, I want to get this remand out of their hand in case I want to, like, cast Thought-Knot Seer at some point, or cast Wasteland Strangler, because I think this vial's going up to 4. Should attack first, at least. I guess I know their entire hand, so I know they can't do anything else. Yeah, they remand this, sure. Don't particularly care. Yeah. Yeah, the looting engine and, like, just the inevitability on the clock of, like, oh, eventually this thing just ults and makes 20 power worth of flyers. Card seems pretty sick. Electroman. Finally. They can, like, Grape Shot the title with gifts under it. If that's the case, I just Violent Strangler. Use the Gifts Ungiven to kill the Electromancer. They played the second Shivan Reef just now, right? Yeah. They're gonna, what, like, go shoot down both my guys? Don't really care about that. I just get the Thought, not the Past in Flames. Wait. Yeah, sure. That ritual did nothing, right? Oh, they're trying to. Are they trying to like go off? Can they go off? Let's see where their grape shots target. So that. So yeah, they're just dealing 1 to this Tide Hollow. Which means in response, we just activate Vial here. Strangler. Strangle this Electromancer. Using their gifts ungiven. Now they kill the Tide Hollow, and they don't give back their gifts. And now they have 1 card in hand. Opponent says that synergy is sick. I agree. Thought not them in their draw step here, and should be GG's. Yep. Thought about buying into D&T, but if I did, it'd have to be mono white. Can't afford everything for black, white, green, white. Makes sense. A lot of people start in mono white and then kind of like build outward. That's what I did on online too. Is I just built mono white and played it until I got enough ticks for black, white. I mean, if you have like Eldrazi temples, if you have like Thought Knots too, then the deck's pretty cheap. Especially you don't have to buy canopies for this version. It's just like concealed courtyards, and that those probably aren't that expensive. Anyway, I want Fatal Pushes, Comball, Zealous, and Rips and Spheres. Yeah, I think Black White honestly might be cheaper than Mono White if you have those cards already. Because you want canopies for Mono White, you don't need canopy. Is this fetchless? Yeah, this is fetchless. Because you play Leonin Arbiter, you don't want fetch lands. 4 caves, 4 courtyard, 4 temple, 4 ghost quarter, 1 shrine. It's usually 3 vents. I'm playing a 3rd plane instead of the 3rd vents right now. What am I cutting? Flicker Wisps. Might even go with Blue Attack, because that's the one variant I haven't tried out yet. But yeah, Blue Attack seems pretty fun. Spellquiller, Reflector Mage, that sort of thing. It's the only color variant that I have yet to try online. I own the green. I just played the green last week, or yesterday even. So I own green, red, and black, and mono white online. Anyhow, I need to actually finish sideboarding here. I think honestly, I never like in mono white. I'll never cut Arbiter just because you need more hate. But against when you're playing black white, Arbiter gets worse because you just have all these other like better hate cards. You don't need to try to hate out specifically Gifts Ungiven because that's like the only card Arbiter beats on that and like your own paths. But and we'll cut a Displacer because they're kind of slow, but they can also protect your Tide Hollows or your Thalias, which can also be relevant. This seems fine. Probably actually supposed to board out a land instead of this Displacer. Sand sucks. If it had a Tide Hollow Scholar, it'd be amazing, but as it's no. It also kind of sucks, but at least has a Thalia this time. Thalia can hopefully slow them down. You can Courtyard File, play Thalia. Hopefully draw some, like, Thought Not Seer would be good. Some of our other hate cards, Damping Sphere and stuff. Ooh, Scholar's not bad. Yeah, if they have a guy here, that means I want to cast Thalia to negate their thing, because they can probably go off. Or they can probably, like, at least have a chance at going off, even if I Thoughtseize them here. Thalia comes up the works more. They need, like, a Bolt or a Grape Shot or something, and that puts them down on mana. Uh-oh. I don't like that. I'm shocking that in. Yeah, that means they're gonna, like, Bolt then go off. Yeah. This looks not great for me. Repeal my Aether Vial. I guess they're just cycling it. Wow, wait, that was their whole... That was their master plan? Testing Torchling? Torchling is even... I don't even... I know, like, the Lings exist. I didn't even think about that card being modern legal. What the heck do Torchling's abilities even? Planar Chaos exists. Untap, change target of target spell that only targets Torchling. Oh yeah, you just pull it up here. So it protects itself from, like, targeted removal, and it can eat things, essentially, by forcing them to block. And it can also untap, so pseudo-vigilance. I think I want to Damping Sphere Aether Vial here. Same reason I played Thalia last turn. They also burned their repeal. They could just, like, remand this, but I hope not. Usually board out their remands against D&T anyway. Well, apparently not. Alright, I guess this is unsubstantiated, so that's fair. We might be dead now. Yeah, if there's any deck that's gonna, like, hit to 5 mana, it's the deck that plays other 5 mana spells that may be worse or better than Torchlight. I like this. I like them just casting a bunch of cantrips here. It means that I don't think I'm dead. Although that sleight of hand was really fast. Could have been just like this Serum Visions plus like a land or something, though. Yes, this doesn't look like death. This looks like Tide Hollow Scholaring them into this Damping Sphere. I'll take the Grape Shot. Oh, there we go. Could be relevant anyway. Torchlight could be relevant against the the big targeted removal decks. The issue is that you need other targets, right? Well, I guess if it's like bolts, Torchlight doesn't really care about. I'll raise opponent, deal. Man, these draws aren't great. But I am also just like winning the race on board right now. Assuming we just hit each other with 2/2s for the literal rest of the game. They played this Shivan Reef. Okay, yeah. If you have like a reasonable amount of other creatures in play, it's not irrelevant. Protected from like path or whatever. Already immune to push. Doesn't seem bad. I mean, depends on like if that's the matchups that you're struggling with the most. All right, Eternal Scourge. I've been playing Eternal Scourge inside more of this deck. It's really good against the grindy matchups. Like Grape Shot, get their Grape Shot back. Okay. Burned a Pyretic and a Grape Shot to get back their Grape Shot. So maybe that's a win for them. You know, like Grape Shot my face. Oh, they're empty. We can definitely win this still. It does require us to like draw a card that has text in the next couple of turns. Like Eldrazi Displacer. would be real good. Zealous Persecution. Always better than nothing. I don't know if it gets us there. I should be playing lands. For if I draw Displacer. Oh yeah, they have the Grape Shot, so that doesn't do anything. So we need to draw exactly Displacer or Zealous Persecution, I think. Ooh. We are alive, I think. Block, blink, blink. Yeah. Oh boy. This pieces finds them a lightning bolt. Then we're probably shit out of luck. So they mill. So they milled. Wait, what? They milled the Pyretic, the Serum Visions, and one of the pieces. So they kept pieces empty. Now they're casting second pieces, which gets them, has to get them a Braid plus Serum Visions. Unfortunately, this is still lethal next turn. Assuming, because they can just abrade my Displacer. I can blink 2 more of their goblins, but I'm going to 2 here. So we need to draw like a creature or something. It's not gonna do it. I think we're just dead. I just abrade my Displacer and I die. Stupid Shambling Man. Oh jeez, Moto, what are you doing? Please put my lands in Aether Vial in a way that doesn't look horrible. Maybe they want to braid Damping Sphere. Man, I hope they don't see it. Oh, wow. Play to your outs, I guess. What are they even casting here? I'm so confused. They are braiding the Damping Sphere. What's happening? Sure. And they're also just using the Shivan Reef? They just took a damage for no reason? What is going on? Sure, yeah. Bye, Damping Sphere. Yeah, my opponent literally just threw this game in the dumpster. They still might have a chance to win, but I don't think it's a good chance anymore. They can't make a big empty. Oh, they're gonna empty for 6 now? That qualifies as a big empty. Alright, my opponent unthrew the game unless we draw Zealous Persecution. Please let me draw Zealous Persecution. Let me punish my opponent. They deserve it. Oh, that's a path to exile. That's definitely not. I haven't done the math, but I'm pretty sure we're dead. Animating Shambling Vent essentially negates 3 damage. Pieces, sure. They mill. Oh, they're gonna. Oh, they just have Bolt. Fuck. Opponent gonna bolt me in the face yet? I think I'm exactly dead if they don't have the bolt, right? Because I can blink. I'm at 2! Opponent is like trying really hard to throw this game. God. They just bolt it after blocks too? What is my opponent doing? Opponent trying their best not to win. Unfortunately not working out well. Fuck off, Goblin Token. Opponent trying very hard to lose that game. Did not work. At least now we get to know, like, most of their deck. So they have Bolt, a Braid, multiple bolts. I mean, that's typical. It's like usually 2 to 3 bolts. They brought in all their pieces of the puzzle, which is also typical in the grindier matchups. Reminder that no matter how much you throw, sometimes your deck can just... Yeah, exactly. I think we were exactly dead, even if they didn't have the bolt, though. Because the plan was blink a token down, path a token, they have 4 left, and I'm gaining 2 life exactly up to 4 with the vent. Oh well. Definitely not worth bringing in Settle, I don't think. Settle is just, like, we have so many other ways to beat up. Like, we almost beat Empty the Warrens. 2 Empty the Warrens there. I don't think it's worth boarding in Settle Wreckage. It's worth boarding in Zealous Persecutions. It's half the mana. Can also just pump your team to kill them. That matchup just didn't go very well because we drew like 7, 8 lands. Tendril Batwing Prune. Oh, get him. The old twin tech. Alright, this hand's pretty good. Scholar, Strangler. Time to play a bunch of Tide Hollow Scholars. What you got? What you got, opponent? Huh. Echoing Truth is pretty good against multiple Tide Hollow Scholars. They have, like... What'd they do with their visions? Bottom top? I think I just want to take Echoing Truth, just considering how good it is against my Tide Hollows. And how good it is against other hate cards in the future. I kind of want to take... I'm probably going to take the pieces with my second Tide Hollow, though. They're definitely not going off with a Storm... The Storm Lord, whatever you want to call them. Storm Bears. Mountain... Or no, it didn't draw Mountain. The Mountain was in their hand. Cycles a Manamorphose, I guess. Interesting. Also, we're just going to jam Thought-Knots here. Interesting line, opponent. I'm not sure if I approve. And by I'm not sure, I mean, I'm pretty sure I don't approve. Jam this Thought-Knot Seer into my opponent's face. Opponent is trying really hard to throw this match, I swear. I can't... I guess we can take the pieces, right? I think it, like, rit Past in Flames, which is, like, kind of scary, but not really. If they spend their whole turn pieces, we can just like take the important card from the pieces with this Tight Hollow as well. I think we just exile the Passion Flames. It's the most chance of us dying. The Rit is scary if they actually do find an empty. Just gonna kill this Passion Flames forever. Don't want to deal with that. Opponent has definitely made some questionable plays this match. Yeah, there's jamming pieces. Let's see what they grab. Unsubstantiate, Sleight of Hand, Repeal, Manamorphose. I had to Tight Hollow one of those. They mill the Repeal and the Sleight of Hand. So they kept Unsubstantiate, Manamorphose. And did I say Tight Hollow that card? I meant Thought Knot that card. It's definitely the plan there. Let's just cast other Thought Knots here. Not even sure I want to hit the Unsubstantiate, honestly. I don't think the cat is audible. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but because like the mic should hopefully focus the sound that the viewers can hear. There's a cat knocking around a plastic cup in a sink, like 5 to 7 feet away. Opponent has an Abrade, 3 Rituals, and a Manamorphose. Opponent can unsubstantiate. Actually, no, that's hang on. This is actually scary. My opponent can get back this Echoing Truth. Oh, you can't hear it? Alright, yeah, we should probably get the cat out of here. This is suddenly very scary, because my opponent can actually get rid of this Tight Hollow and then Echoing Truth 2 Thought Knots, which is not great for me. So I guess I'd rather them bounce it than kill it, so we're going to take this Abrade. Also, the way this match is going, I'm not sure my opponent's going to find that line. My opponent has to, like, writ into the unsubstantiate. Oh, did they find it? Did they see the line? Is my opponent better than I give them credit for? Oh, maybe not. They're just... They drew in Desperate Ritual. Are they just gonna go off? They do draw a lot of cards, to be fair, if they do unsubstantiate Tight Hollow into Echoing Truth. Sleight of Hand, sure. Opponent's definitely committed now, though. They only have 1 blue, so they can't actually bounce the Tight Hollow into... Cast Pyretic, cast Desperate. They just, like, find the empty. Might be able to beat empty. We have a lot of removal. Oh, sure, yeah. Oh, no, because then now they empty? Oh, man, this is gonna be real bad if they have... Yeah. Fuck. 18 goblins, huh? Yeah, I think we're just dead unless we draw this stupid Zealous Persecution again. Sometimes, no matter how hard the opponent tries to throw, they still manage to get it in the end. This is not my day. If we're losing to Storm too. Definitely not a good day for me. I can't produce lethal. So I think the best bet's just Strangler plus leave up Pusher Path. Prevent the most damage. And have that Abrade back. Don't want to give them Past in Flames here. Opponent, no fear. Crunch. Makes sense. They're at 12 and I only have 7 power in play. Yeah, we're just dead here. We take a damage casting this, but we don't take a damage next turn. Go to 4. Come on, Zealous Persecution. That's not a Zealous Persecution. Dang it. Definitely not a great day for 0-3. Wait, did we win? I don't think we won. I think this is... Oh no, they get to bounce my 2 Thought Knots. They really got me. Oh, and they had the Echoing Truth from before. So they definitely weren't afraid of lethal. How many less goblins could we beat? I don't think we could have beat. It had to have been like 4 less goblins. No, probably like even 6 less goblins. Yeah, that did not work out well for 0-3 in this. Child's not even here to curse me for playing Modern. What's going on? Lose a bad matchup into lose a pretty close matchup into lose a good matchup. Everybody has off days, though, so it happens. Where's Storm on this list? There we go. Notably, like, the empty plane is obviously, like, one of my opponent's only ways, one of their better ways to actually try to win post-board games. I still don't think Settle's worth it. Oftentimes you just don't make it to the mana. Like, that game we had 3 mana. Would not have been good to have Settle the Wreckages. I just don't think that, like, in most games, Settle the Wreckage matters. There are certainly some that it does, but I think most of your other cards matter a lot more. A higher percentage of the time. Sand blows. Sand blows slightly the rest. I could have cast Bontu's Last Reckoning, that is true. Opponent was not about to beat Bontu's Last Reckoning. Disc Shadow? Question mark? Because we have 2-1 or 2-2s here. Hate getting Thought Seized when you have like exactly 1-2 on your curve, and you're just like, all right, well, time to not play Magic until turn 3, and probably die to nonsense. Amulet of Safekeeping. Yeah, I just don't think I'm just. I guess we're just kind of make believing cards in general, so don't think I'm ever playing Amulet of Safekeeping in this deck. Amulet of Safekeeping doesn't win, right? Because they can like, I guess they can only Echoing Truth it for 1 turn. So they attack me for like 18, but then I get to play the Amulet of Safekeeping, and then you need to find like another bounce spell to kill me with all those. Yeah. Right on time, Aether Vial. This Arbiter is probably going to get pushed off a cliff. Not pushed. Deal. Serum Visions? Snap. Snap Thoughtseize. Alright. Well, we have 2 3s in addition to our 2 2s. Unfortunately, I imagine they're going to take this Displacer because Displacer beats up the Shadow. Then they're just going to pummel me to death with a 7/7. Take the Wisp. I guess the Wisp is like can actually erase this if I chump block. They might have a removal spell for the Displacer. Or they just like might kill me next turn if they have like a Team or Battle Rage. They kill me before the Displacer is relevant. Either way, it's our only plan to win, so might as well jam. If they have like a bolt or something. Alright. Maybe the opponent doesn't know how bolt push works. Maybe they're just turning on... Or Arbiter works. Maybe they're just turning on their push. This Displacer. So if they have Team or Battle Rage, this is a 16-16. Blocking doesn't matter. Is 5 different than 13 life for me? Probably not. Or probably yes, honestly. I think I want to block. They have Battle Rage first time. What is this? 3 mana. An angler, a big fish. Yeah. Perfect draws. Luckily, we chump block there because now that buys us a lot of time against a Gurmag angler. Unfortunately, we need to find like Path to Exile or a bunch of Eldrazi temples. Oh, they're on the Faithless Looting version. Neat. No. Stop drawing one of the only uncastable cards in my deck. I think I'm gonna attack here. If my opponent like plays poorly and doesn't block with Snap here, then we can actually try to set up lethal. And my opponent's only attacking for 7 with these guys, so if they attack with everything, then we can blink Death Shadow and try to actually win. We're gonna jam. I think it's our only real avenue of victory. Alright, we have a shot now. They could have a lot of things to kill me. Bolt, K-Command, Team or Battle Rage. They have nothing, though. I can blink the Snapcaster, try to kill them. They can flashback Thought Scour, blind draw a card to hit a removal spell. Oh, never mind, we're dead. Land isn't out, is it? I mean, not anymore, right? Definitely not anymore. We don't even need to, like, Thought Knot them on the way out. I guess we could Scholar them on the way out. Yeah, the Death Shadow was a bummer. Yeah, this Scholar's not gonna do it. Get some info on the way out, though. Opponent's hand was kind of very bad. Dang it. This Shadow. Second Shadow got me. Unless I mean, they might have just had the Shadow in hand already. That's why they didn't block with the Snapcaster, but jumping with that Snapcaster Mage seems pretty reasonable there. Alright, sideboard time. Actually don't hate Bitter Blossom in this matchup. It makes an army of chump blockers. Also don't hate something like Comball, but let's figure out what sucks first. Wasteland Strangler sucks. Death Shadow Zoo seems like... Yeah, I think Infect probably like the better Death Shadow deck. Or Death Shadow, you know. A super aggressive aggro deck. Thought Knot tends to not hack it very well in this matchup. 4/4 just doesn't do a whole lot. It still dies to Revolted Fatal Pushes. Could see honestly just boarding in all of these. Just cutting down on like Thought Knots a whole bunch. Flyers are important to actually kill them. Arbiter is good, Thalia is good, Scholar is pretty good. And maybe Comball doesn't quite make the cut. Again. Oh no, this is a matchup I brought up Vial. I'm an idiot. Bring back in 2 of these Thought Knots. I always forget. I'm not used to boarding out Vial very much because I play a lot of Legacy Taxes. And you board out Vial a lot more often in Modern than you do in Legacy. Against most of the Thoughtseize decks, you want to cut Vials. So this iteration looks better. No Scourge for this matchup. I mean, is Scourge good for this matchup? I don't think so. If I have like 8+ Resident Beast makes it infinite chump blockers, but this isn't as much of an attrition matchup as, like, say, Jeskai or Mardu. I think I'd rather have Thought Knots than Scourges, and I think Thought Knots the first cut right now. I would like to play first. I would not like to keep this hand. Cannot keep a 7 to save my life. We'll keep a very bad 6. Scry Path to the top. Scry Path to the top, notably making our Tidal Scholar completely uncastable. But I think the Path is more worth it than, like, most of the cards in my hand are at this point. Maybe Scourge is better than Thought Knot, because Thought Knot's, like, not great here. Please Thoughtseize me. Yes. None of these cards are good. Take the Tide Hollow Scholar, please. My entire hand is complete garbage, opponent. Thank you. Get out of here, Tide Hollow Scholar. I do not need you in my hand. I assume they took Tide Hollow because that's right at the top here, so I could have easily just... They could be taking me off curve. Oh no, they looked at the top card of my deck. Did they? They look at the top card of their own deck? No, they know the top card of my deck is Path, so... And they still take Tide Hollow. Interesting. Sure. I'm gonna make a big fish here. I'm gonna do nothing. Alright. Land, please? I did technically ask for a land, deck. Could Ghost Quarter myself, cast Flicker Wisp, Flicker Land, leave up Path to Exile, or, like, do the same, or I guess I can't do the same with Combo, but could play a Combo. Leaves me with 2 mana, which means I still can't cast any of the 3s in my hand, unless I draw another land after that. But if my opponent's on the slow plane of, like, not playing creatures, then Combo might be decent. It also might just eat a Fatal Push and be terrible, but... And probably Ghost Quarter Eldrazi Temple. Oh yeah, I have to Ghost Quarter Eldrazi Temple, because I need the double white. Just turn off, like, me drawing a Thought Knot. I don't think I'm going to Ghost Quarter myself, not yet at least. My opponent has given me little incentive to. I'm gonna be really sad when my when my Path to Exile gets Stubborn Denialed here. Because that usually means that my opponent doesn't really know what they're doing, and left in Stubborn Denial, and then I get bodied by it. Maybe Stubborn's better against Black-White than Mono-White, at least. Opponent's just nothing. Deal. Down for that. Ooh. Definitely down for this. So my opponent is just not casting any spells here. I don't think anything I play has long to live, so I'm not going to just, like, gimp my mana base here just to try and, like, put something in play that's probably just going to get eaten. Especially with this backup path. I'm playing in a big fish here. Yep. Big fish is fine. See if this gets stubbed. Nope. I hate my life. The world is really telling me that I should not be on this deck today. I'm probably just gonna like hard cast a Street Wraith here. Some inane thing like that. Death Shadow, alright. Please no Stubborn Denial. They left in... Oh, no, they didn't. Thank God. Is there a world where I play Meddling Mage and blow taxes and not Leonin Arbiter? I don't think main deck you want, like, Meddling Mage and don't want Leonin Arbiter. We hit a land drop that produces colored mana and everything. So what's... I guess we run out Combo. At least we do some damage on the way out. I think Meddling Mage is like more of a sideboard card unless you're a deck like humans anyway. Yeah, this thing can pushed off a building. Yep. Crack, fetch, push. Well, we have a relative army of Flicker Wisps. As long as my opponent doesn't play Liliana of the Last Hope, I will be so sad. Why do I open my mouth? Why do I even say anything about what's going on? Why did I say it indeed, Pilati? Why did I say it? I never learn. Whenever I say, like, it's the actual curse on this channel of whenever I say, well, this is about the worst case scenario, and then it immediately happens. Every time.
What, did elves happen at the last thing again?
No, it was a different unfortunate thing that I spoke into existence.
Good job.
I'm really good at it. Can I like pretend that alright, my opponent conceding would be horrible for me here. Man. What a horrible thing that would be. Get back this Death Shadow. Why did I even say it? Why did I say it? Wait, does this buy back Death Shadow and not cast it? Deal. Alright, Combo. Get in there. Opponent has 6 cards in hand, probably doesn't have any removal. No removal spells in my opponent's entire hand. It's 5 lands. It's GG, I just got here. It's been GG all night, Caleb. We've just been getting absolutely dumpstered. Opponent pluses, then like, nope, not gonna say it, not gonna say it. It's too late. It's too late. I thought about it, so it happened. I was about to say it. Opponent's just gonna plus Liliana and then K command it. Dang it! Goodbye, Thalia. Alright, we just need to draw a Lightning Bolt now. And then we're fine. I said goodbye, Thalia. Why is my opponent just not casting Death Shadow? What are they playing around? As much as I'm appreciating them not playing a 10-10. Played Red White Prison. I don't know if I'd ever play Red White Prison. Playing around more paths, but like, how's that playing around more paths? Like they're just trying to find Thoughtseize first. Then just take down the Lily again, get back the Gurmag and play that. Okay, now they decide to play Death Shadow, sure. Yeah, well, we found another path, so I guess there's that. Kill it, hopefully. Alright, we did it. We're still alive. Oh, they just milled another Death Shadow. God. Girl, my Gangler's like a 5-turn clock. This is a 3-turn clock. Let's try like Fatal Push. I hate my life. I hate everything, chat. Why did I even... It's all because I mentioned Liliana the Last Hope. This is my own fault. I did this to myself. Hey, we can play a thing. Red White Prison would have... Red White Prison, I guess, would have already 0-5'd by now, and I'd be done. If your opponent's claw... You drop that's all and they don't... That's fair. My store opponent, like, couldn't fight their way out of a wet paper bag. Goodbye, Thalia. We can't even, like, if we had hit 6 lands, we could have actually, like, wisped into Wisp, target, like, the Liliana, and had, like, two lethal attackers. Opponent gonna crack this fetch. Nope, alright. Opponent decided they didn't want to win this turn. Oh, they're just gonna snap bolt me for style. I think the Bloodstain Mire lethal would have been more stylish, personally. Tonight is not my night. Play the last round. As demoralizing as this league has 100% been, as I watch my win percentage just plummet. 65 to 62. It's like he doesn't expect the surprise meddling mage for... Yeah, man, I'm just gonna flash in meddling mage. I was gonna flash in... What's a card that exiles that flashes in? I can flash in, like, Stonecloaker, right? That exiles a card. Flash in Stonecloaker, exile the bolt. It has flying, it has 3 power, too, right? Just kill him. Turn that down. Right. There we go. Final round. Not really the final boss at this point. Guess what deck 5 would yesterday? Like 50 different decks in the format? I don't know what decks you're talking about specifically. Yeah, probably humans, KCI, those are good guesses. Storm probably got one. Just Guy Control, Mardu Pyro. This hand's okay. This hand's like kind of embarrassing. We're on the draw though. Put him on the 6. We have Arbiter into hopefully Thought-Knot or something. Scred probably 5-0'd. The amount of 5-0s that happen in Modern. Ponza, Jund. Humans. Is Mardu Pyro actually a 5-0? Yeah, Mardu Pyro is still really good. Yeah, see, Scred definitely 5. Yeah, everything 5-0s. Well, we're going to lead with Temple, in case I top deck another Temple for this Thought-Knot. Yeah. The point that we're making, Caleb, is that 5-0s mean, like, close to nothing. Every deck 5-0s if people want to slam their head into the leagues enough. What do you think about Scred Dragons? Ask Palladian, he's the expert in Scred decks. Are you gonna finish before midnight? Yeah, this is humans. This will take like 20 minutes tops. Yeah. Survey says Sarkhan's probably good for most Scred decks. It's not really necessary to format your deck in a way that abuses Sarkhan's second plus. That's the long and the short of it, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, at least we get to, like, Thought Knot into this Strangler at some point. We can jam a bear with no text. What's up, Kogan? We are not doing great today. We have been getting bullied all league. A combination of horrendously unlucky and... I don't think I played that poorly. I think it's just, like, a lot of just not getting there. We are 0-4 in our final round of this league. Limping across the finish line. Putting on 1 game record 72 days. That sounds sweet. Are you still playing? Are you playing the blue-white Spirit Taxes still? I might try to give that a whirl like next week or something. I've been playing like a different color of Death and Taxes like every Tuesday. Alright, so we're gonna... Oh no, they get my Aether Vial with their other Kite Sail freebooter. I don't really care that much. I'm just gonna Thought Knot them. Yeah, Kogan, you can head up Palladium, but he's been playing like blue-white Spirit Taxes. Been meaning to try out a list that probably looks a little close to it. I'm not sure what I want out of a Spirit and Taxes deck. I could also Flicker Roast this Vial, but I really want to activate this Thought Knot. Or activate the Strangler by Thought Knotting them before they don't have anything in hand. Resto and Reflector Mage. Both those cards are kind of annoying. I can actually just, like, Flicker Wisp my Thought Knot to take the Resto before they get to 4 lands or Aether Vial on 4. So I'm going to take this Reflector Mage. Also hit them with this Arbiter. Let me see what this list looks like nowadays. Kogan. What do we got going on? Opponent plays Canopy. Attacks for 2. Her hand is Resto question mark. You think about Nyx in the format right now? Like the card Nyx? Like in like Phantasmal Image by Thought Knot? I mean, they get the Strangler, but now we have Wisp, so I don't care that much. Like the counter or target spell if your opponent like didn't pay mana for it or something. That card does. Counter target spell if no mana was someone to cast it, yeah. What is it good against? What'd they take? They took my Strangler? Sure. We're just gonna flicker my Thought Knot before I flicker kill their Thought Knot because I want to take their rest out of their hand before they can put it on Aether Vial. Hollow Boy. I think it's a little narrow, especially because it does nothing on the draw against stuff like Mox Opal, right? It feels like just very, very narrow. Also, if you want to counter both those spells with a less narrow card, you just play Ceremonious Rejection, right? There aren't that many colored spells that people don't spend mana to cast. It's like, it counters Ancestral Visions or Living Ends, but that's about it. Yeah, we're just gonna Flicker Wisp my own Thought Knot. Also, I think I'm gonna Ghost Court their Horizon Canopy. to try Nyx. Yeah, I think it just seems like very bad ceremonious rejection, right? Meddling Mage, sure. They get to Meddling Mage my other Wisp, which is kind of annoying, but... kill that Canopy. Yeah, are you talking about the list you posted, Kogan? Yeah, I pulled it up. Daving Sphere, Disenchant, Dusk, Eidolon, Geist, Crusader, Needle, Cleric, Rest in Peace, Settle, Spirit. Yeah, I like Geist. I think that was the card I was thinking of, like, when you first came into chat and you talked about it, and I said, like, it might suffer in the grindy matchups a little bit. Geist seems like a really good card for those sort of matchups. I do think the addition of Geist is pretty strong. Oh, nice. Oh, when you said Phantasmal Mission, Glistener Elf and trade with it. Oh, that's pretty good, because, like, they can't pump it to, like, get out of its way. Because then the neg 1 counter would just kill it on the end step. Or, not the end step, but a cleanup or whatever. Pretty sick plays. So, assuming my opponent's going to Meddling Mage Flicker Wisp, which they will if they're not terrible. I think I just want to double block this and erase them, right? I have a Thought-Knot Seer. Oh, he had already pumped his. Get bodied. Oh, yeah, because they could, like, pump your thing to blow it up, right? So if they go all in on it, and you're just like, Violin this Phantasmal Image, get them. I think this is the trade I want. Because I don't want to trade Thought-Knots, I want to draw my card. I don't want them to draw their card. It's punished by, like, exactly Reflector Mage. Yeah, they're gonna Meddling Mage, naming Wisp. Because they know that card's in my hand. Which is why we did the block there. Because I'm not going to be able to kill this image if I don't. Yep. So now we just race. We have a 4/4. They have two 1/2 flyers. Their top decks are going to be a lot scarier than mine. They could find Thalia's Lieutenants and stuff. Mantis Riders. Noble Arc is fine. Deal. Not a great draw. Yeah, I think I'm happy trading Thalia with a Kite Sail. We're just desperately trying to race humans. Seems like a winning proposition, right? They only attack me for 4 a turn, unless they find a Thalia's Lieutenant, in which case we're severely, severely dead. And left a little while longer, we can get this Flicker Wisp online with Aether Vial. If I attack with Thalia next turn, we actually died a Mantis Rider. Oh. Are you allowed to stream? What? I'd really want to draw... Oh, stream X-Mage or card. Yeah, I think you can? I don't see why not. Definitely just jamming here. If they want to trade Thalias, please trade Thalias with me. So then you lost game 1 against Gen 2 Rip plus Crusaders. I guess his Blood Braid Grimlob Mancer. Oh yeah, Grim Flayer. I was thinking Grimlob Mancer. But I guess Grimlob Mancer would also be bad against because the Rip's in play. Seems sick. Jund can be a rough matchup too. But yeah, Mirror Crusader's a house if they can't find bolts. So I am continue to be dead to a thought. Not gonna say it. Not gonna say it. Yeah, most Jund decks don't have mountains, so you can like pretty freely ghost quarter them. When Field of Ruin surged in popularity, people were starting to actually play basic mountain, so they didn't. So the Jund decks didn't actually get hit off of red. Attack! Dang it! Attack with his Meddling Mage. I want to block it. Now we get these vials up to 2 and 3, and I feel a lot safer about it. Both. If they double block the Thought Knot, we have Flicker Wisp. If they just trade, we have the backup Thalia. And we have Flicker Wisp to intercept a bunch of damage as well. Think we're okay here. Maybe we'll get a win to close out the night. Make myself feel a little bit better about this league. Opponent is at 1 life. If they attack with nothing, no, he still has lethal. Fell on 3. Sure. Reflector Mage, maybe? Mantis Rider? Militia Bugler. Even if that hits Lieutenant, we still win. Even if it's like Phantasmal Freebooter, sure. Resolves. So you said, like, guess in theory, like, obviously you're probably a little bit more in tune of like what the deck wants and doesn't want, but in theory, the matchups I was most scared of with that deck are the control matchups, and Geist seems really powerful in those scenarios. Geist is a very good anti-control tool. So attack with a single Kite Sail Freebooter. Means I can't flicker out a Freebooter and attack for lethal with the Wisp. I'm supposed to like sit on this Flicker Wisp. Prevents them from blocking my Thought Knot very well. Next turn, if they attack with everything, no, I still only take 3 tops. No, I take less than that, because I can, like, flicker a thing, block another thing. So even if I instead flicker out this, they'll have exactly 3 blockers for my 3 attackers. So I would need to top deck something. I guess we'll put in Thalia. I'm going to hold on to the Flicker Wisp, I think. I can take this other vial up to 3 as well. I think most of my 2s matter. 3, 4, 5. Oh, I didn't even think of it. Wait, does that matter? Oh, yeah, because you probably don't have that many fetchable sources. Or, like, things with Islander planes in the text, so Glacial Fortress comes in tapped more often. Makes sense. My opponent puts everything in front of this. I think they can kill it. Then we can remove all their flyers. So this way we can set it up so that we can actually lethal them with this Flicker Wisp now. They do get to draw an extra card, which is scary. Not lethal. Doesn't mean I have to block with my Flicker Wisp, though, which is very bad. No, I don't have to block with my Wisp, actually. But it means that they get Kai'Sail back. No, this is fine. Chump block here. End step. Hopefully this works out. I think they were supposed to also attack with the Kitesail there, honestly. Not that I can just, like, Violent Flicker Wisp, flicker the Meddling Mage, chump block the Bugler. Getcha? Oh, thank the Lord. Ugh. Anyhow. Always cut these cards against humans, because none of them do anything. We only bring in Eternal Scourge because it's better than Leonin Arbiter. This card is not a card I really want against humans, but it's a 3-3, which blocks some of their, like, stupid 2-3s and 2-2s and stuff, which is not irrelevant. And Arbiter and Thalia have close to no text. Anyway. Thought about maybe blue-white spirits. I mean, just... Modern is... It's important to, like, know your own deck more than, like, just playing what you think is trying to, like... It's, like, going to be the best in the PPT or whatever. Modern is definitely a format about, like, skill with your own deck. Are you trying to get me stabbed by this cat?
Yes.
So play what you're most comfortable with. It's kind of like the cop-out advice, but it's the most true. This hand's actually pretty good. I was going to say okay, but double Temple plus Displacer. This hand's definitely good. We have push. We have a lot of good stuff going on here. Like blue-white spirits. Strands. Have you tried the 1-3? Have I tried the 1-3 Torpor Orb? I don't think you can like really play that in a lot of traditional Death and Taxes builds, and I don't think Humans is a bad enough matchup where you want it. Takali Honor Guard is good in certain Death and Taxes builds if you're scared of humans, but it's definitely not good when you have Tide Hollow Skull or Flicker Wisp and Thought Knot Seer in your deck. Honestly, I get that advice so often, but I have a lot of trouble following it. Yeah, that's fair. It's easier to give the advice than to, like, try to rationalize it yourself. But yeah, if you're scared of combo, then, I don't know. Meddling Mage, huh? Path to Exile? It's gotta be the name, right? Path. What percentage the deck's very... Yeah, the deck seems pretty good against Storm, for sure. Path is fine. We have a push. We have also infinite Eldrazi temples to go with this Displacer. It's gonna be good. I think I just want to Scholar them, though. Because I could have just played Displacer that turn, but... Dismember, Phantasmal Image, Reflector Mage. Don't really care if they Phantasmal Image my Tide Hollow. If they take the push, I can displace their image and kill it. If they take the Displacer, I can push it and kill it. I guess I take the Dismember. I don't really care if they mage my thing, because I can file it back in. So I take the Dismember, I suppose. I don't want them to dismember my Displacer. This Displacer is key to winning, so... 85% win rate against Storm on Scred. Jeez, do you have like four whatever that thing is? The big ol' the 3-ball Trinosphere? I can't imagine that Scred's game 1 win percentage against Storm is particularly high. Three damage, yeah, there we go. Some very abundant amount of hate. So now they mage this, and now we can just file in Scholar again, take the do I have a template for matchup spreadsheets? I have a very hideous looking spreadsheet of just, I have a like a Google Excel file that I have calculating match win and game win percentages. But it's just like totally an amalgamation. As I play more decks, I like to keep the data for them, even though I only play them for like 1 or 2 leagues. So it used to look neat and proper. If you look at the Legacy one, it looks a lot nicer, but it's also very bare bones. I don't have like win percentage on the draw or on the play or like notes about certain games and stuff. It's like pretty bare. So if you type like exclamation point Legacy stats, you can kind of see what the spreadsheet looks like. If you want to take it into account. Eckhart has just followed. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. So yeah, on the Legacy stats, you'll see the old data on the top, but if you scroll down to like the post-death rate / pro ban, I expanded the spreadsheet out to include like pre-board win and losses, just because that was a data point that I was curious about that I had not been recording previously. But yeah, it's very bare bones. There are probably much better spreadsheets out there. Anyway, Scholar the Dismember, hold up Fatal Push, play Displacer, yeah. Play the Displacer. Scholar. Play the Lieutenant. Eh, not the worst. Want to get rid of this Dismember. We have a Fatal Push, so the 10's not all bad. We have multiple temples to keep them down off of stuff, which probably means I want to, like... I guess I can't actually kill the Reflector Mage. I can't Fatal Push this. Probably just need to push this Meddling Mage in case I draw paths. Ooh, I guess I didn't think about loot. They could image their mage on my Scholar and dismember the Displacer. That would be very bad for me, and I can't actually stop that. Maybe I shouldn't just run out Displacer. This could get ugly. Yeah, they're just gonna mage my Scholar. At least that means I can take their Lieutenant. But yeah, that was dumb. I totally forgot. I wasn't paying any attention. Didn't remember that Phantasmal Image was in their hand. Yeah, they're gonna Hierarch Dismember here. Going to push this Meddling Mage so we can hopefully draw into paths. Could technically push this Reflector Mage now, but I think the Meddling Mage is actually more relevant anyway. Leave this Vial on 2 so we can play Scholar here. Want to find another Displacer really badly. Eternal Scourge isn't the worst card I've ever seen. It doesn't block these things very well because of Noble Hierarch, though. Scholar you, take the Lieutenant. Alright. Not dead, but definitely not looking great. Cycles a million canopies. Attacks me for 3. Sure. That's a good draw. I can kill this mage or do something else. Maybe I'm actually supposed to just aggressively kill this mage. Attack them for 5. Yeah. Just try to beat him down. That is the game plan. This attack makes me real nervous for a Restoration Angel. Restoration Angel, Blink Reflector Mage, eat, like, kill Eternal Scourge or whatever, eat. Both these guys? Oh, never mind. Oh, no, they still could. They could... Yes, please cast another spell. I don't want to have to play around Reflector Mage here, or, Restoration Angel here. Rex Age. They kill my... Not the Tide Hollow. That seems like the target you want. Opponent might not know this is an artifact. I think they definitely want their Thalia's Lieutenant back. So let's not attack with the Tide Hollow. But I'm okay with trading Scourge for Champ and Sage here. So let's attack like 2, 3... So even if they draw a human, it's not lethal. Killing the Vial was the right play. I'm pretty sure that was very much the wrong play. Now they don't have... Now they're very far from lethal. They would have had a... I would have had one less creature in play, and they have a Thalia's Lieutenant here. Man, that would have been real bad. Yeah, sure. Hit me for 3. Deal. Let's just draw Eldrazi Displacer, make my life easy, please. Shalai's not bad. Like bringing in Stony Sounds for State Ability. Yeah, always the correct play. Our matchups, or MW's on your sheet match wins. Yeah. MW's match win. Matches, games, wins, losses, match wins. Why does it red have a Containment Priest effect? That'd be real good. I'd dig a white Containment Priest effect if we're talking about just modern. So this forces a block of some kind. Shall I? There's a white one. I mean, yeah, there's Hallowed Moonlight. That card's, like, not that great. And specifically, I had, like, creatures. Yeah, I would dig, like, actual Containment Priest in Modern would actually be really interesting. I don't think it would be, like, super busted. I think it would be very playable in a lot of sideboards to combat a lot of the, like, the graveyard shenanigans going on. Oh, but that's your card opponent, then I think you're just dead. Name Abandoned Hope, come on! Name's Path to Exile. Dang it, opponent. Why are you still trying? Please don't have your last card be something that actually kills me. Block that. Yeah. Block that, block that. They just, the last, no, one of their cards is Thought Stance, so we're fine. Didn't name Abandoned Hope. Yeah, come on. What's the opponent doing? There we go. Now they concede. You gotta meme with your meddling mages and stuff. Creatures the stack like Containment Priest, but are not Containment Priest. I mean, like, interesting creatures like Containment Priest. Maybe not specifically, but there are some cards they could port from Legacy that I think would be, like, relatively balanced in Modern. Although, maybe not Containment Priest. Containment Priest would be really rude in humans, because, like, one of the best strategies against humans is graveyard-based decks, like Dredge and stuff, because they don't get to play a lot of super good hate cards. They're stuck with a Grafdigger's Cage. So maybe Containment Priest would just, like, make graveyard, invalidate graveyard. Like, God, why is everything human? You can't print Sanctum Prelate in Modern, because then humans plays that. Recruit of the Guard, humans plays that. Alright, whatever. We 2-0'd humans, so today wasn't a total loss. Score 1 for the good guys. Oh, this is my Legacy day sheet. No wonder I can't find humans. Down for some bright. Yes, there we go. Brightling. Brightling is a card we need in Modern. I've said this in the Discord. If any of you are in the Legacy Death and Text, this is Discord. I would kill someone for Brightling in Modern. They're starting a list of things that I would murder. Things that I would murder someone for. It's Brightling in Modern, and also a better black-white manland than Shambling Vents. I think are the two things that I've declared I would kill someone for. God, Brightling in Modern would be so sick, though. I'd play the crap out of Mono White, Death and Taxes. Days of Modern? Alright, let's calm down a little bit. Yeah, let's just print, like, Wasteland or Schadenport, too. I'm a dreamer, but I dream a little bit realistically. Anyhow, let's, back to the deck list. Brightling in Modern and Unbanning Stoneforge. Please, Famine. God. Life would be great. Suddenly you have, like, these card advantage tools in Mono White. You can actually grind. I don't think Days is realistic just based on the way that they put cards in Modern, right? They have to go through Standard. I don't think they're ever going to put Days into Standard. It's like when they were talking. What was the card they mentioned? People were talking about it in the Discord as well. It's like, oh, this would probably find in Modern, but not in the method of you have to put this card in Standard first. And I think they could put Brightling in Standard would be very good, but I don't think overly busted. It obviously depends on the other mono white support, because it's very hard to play Brightling without being a very, very white heavy deck. With taste in Standard, God, maybe I'd think about playing Standard if they had Days. Anyway, enough talking. I'm gonna wrap up the stream here. So, thank you everybody for watching tonight. I hope you had fun. We did not do very well. A lot of bad beats today, but them's the breaks. Magic is a game of variance at the end of it. So, well, I'm not pleased with our record. I'm still pleased with the deck. I like how it's working out still. 75% win rate with... Wait, are you talking about show and tell? Or are we talking about some other S&T thing? So still for I think Cowboy to be great again. So, like, good stream. I'll catch you. Thanks for coming around, Eckhart. Hope to see you sometime in the future. Anyway, we're gonna give my end of stream spiel. I keep getting distracted. Oh, spirits and taxes. There we go. 75% winner with spirits and taxes. There we go. It clicks. It clicks now. I might give it a whirl on Tuesday because Tuesday is kind of my like whatever wacky day. I mean, those initials aren't like quite taken because a lot of times you call the show and tell legacy is called SNS because it's like sneak and show. But when I see SNT, I usually think show and tell. But I don't know. If you just call it like blue white taxes or something, I'll get you. Blue white spirit tax, whatever. Anyway, I digress. I have sleep to be getting. It's like 11:40. Anyway, thank you all for joining me today. If you want to see more Death and Taxes content, we play Death and Taxes in Modern and Legacy basically nonstop on this channel. So if you want to hit me up with a follow, it'd be most appreciated. It costs you totally nothing and lets you know when I'm going live. We're also at 189 followers, I think. At 200 followers, we get to apply to cardholder sponsorship or partnership. So it's exciting. I'm excited for that. If we get that, then I might do some special 200 follower stream. I don't know what it would be yet. Maybe like a long weekend stream or something like that. Not sure, but thinking on it. And we're close. We're 11 followers away. So I'm excited. This channel's been growing quite well. I'm happy with it. Anyway, thanks. No, I wasn't done yet. If you other things you can do to support the channel, you can subscribe or donate. Subscriptions get you Sweet Thalia emote. Kogan's showing it out there in chat. Donations, be more than happy to run through whatever Death and Taxes list you want to see on stream, and that list will get expanded once we have a sponsorship and can afford to play decks that aren't specifically in the Thalia Garden of Thraben variety of decks, because those are the only decks I really own. Anyway, you can also subscribe on YouTube or follow me on Twitter. YouTube subscriptions are... the YouTube channel, I always post the streams after they're done here. So if you ever miss a stream or you want to see specific decks in action, you can go there. Twitter, I always post when I'm going live. That's about it. Anyway, that should be everything now. I need to like write down my end of stream spiel because I always just like stream of consciousness it and it never works out. Who is streaming Modern and or Legacy? No one playing anything super interesting. Oh, we'll just go host. Oh, wow, Romario has 202 viewers. Jeez. We'll go host Romario Vidal. Well, maybe we'll host someone smaller. It was pretty smooth. Thanks. It ebbs and flows in terms of like how stream of consciousness I'm doing it. I need to streamline it a little bit, or not do it at the end, because everyone just like leaves at the end anyway. No one hears me say, "Please follow me." Anyway, that's gonna end the stream. We're gonna go host Romario. No, not host Romario Vidal. We're hosting this guy Taylor Spain. Never heard of him, but playing lands and Legacy. I like supporting the Legacy community. I also like the Modern community too, but Legacy just is a little bit underrepresented online stuff. Anyway, good night, everybody. Tomorrow's my day off. Usually take Thursdays off, so I'll see you all on Friday for the early stream, where we'll play 2 leagues. So anyway, catch you guys all later.